Hi everyone. It is Sunday morning. Just had a time change, so it's about 10 o'clock now, but it feels earlier. I woke up at kind of my normal time at like 6, but it was already 7 on the clock. It was very weird. So it's been an up and down weekend. There's some really good things and some not as great things, but overall, doing pretty good. I'm about to have a little bit of a moan right now because today I was supposed to be in Dublin for my first ever trip to Ireland. And then I was going to go over to my favorite place in the whole world, Scotland, and then finish up in a few places that I would like to see in England that I haven't been to before. I've been planning this trip for probably 2 years. And just because we talk about money a lot on here and running a business and money concerns, cash flow concerns, it's a separate pile of money. Like this is what I'm saving for travel, because travel is such an important thing for me, especially. I like to go to the UK a lot. I haven't been in, it's 3.5 years now, 2021, when I last went there, and then I started doing eBay right after I got back to help earn some money while I was looking for jobs. So when I was saving for that trip, it's like that's a pot of money. And then there's I have a pot of money that's my long-term savings, which helps me to live through anything. Like if I just lost a job or quit a job, or if anything big happens, because things pop up all the time now that I have to pay for. So I have a long-term savings, and then I have the business money is one bucket. So I keep those things all separate. So the travel is I save up for, and that kind of is by itself. But I was concerned about doing all of this at the same time. Like, I originally was going to leave the job, go on this trip, and then go full on with the reselling. And that, plus I'm actually terrified of flying. I hate flying. And I was having some trouble getting myself to getting on top of that anxiety about flying. So with that, and then I was getting nervous about spending, even though it's a separate amount of money, it's still money that I have that I can draw on, that I'm doing this business if I need to. And I thought that was a more responsible thing to do. I've definitely made the opposite choice in the past, where I've quit my job, had the money to travel, and then figured it all out later. And it can be kind of scary and nerve-wracking. So I was trying to be more careful this time, but man, I was supposed to be in Dublin today for the first time ever, and I was really excited to go, but I did cancel that. I'm hoping that it's just a postponement and that I can go later in the year and just do all the same stuff I was going to do, but it might cost a little bit more. This time of year is a good time to go. The weather isn't as nice, but you get bargains for this time of year, and that's kind of why I like to go this time of year. If I go later in the year, the weather will be nicer. I'll just have to save up a little bit more money. So I'm trying to keep that money for a trip, and hopefully we'll be able to use that at some point later this year. And hopefully the business will be going well enough that I can take a few weeks off, and it'll be fine, because this will be going well enough that I can jump right back into it when I get home. We'll have to see. That's another thing for when I actually get this business going well enough. And so that's the main concern right now, but I'm a little bit sad I'm not in Ireland right now. Anyway, so in the bad news, it wasn't a great weekend for finding stuff. The last I showed you, I found a few things at an estate sale, and I don't think they're going to be super high sellers. I don't even know if they will sell. They were a bit of let me just try this because I'm not totally sure. And then there ended up being a church sale on Friday evening. Yes, at 5 o'clock on Friday, they were doing a yard sale in a church. They were also doing it yesterday on Saturday morning, like their second day. But hey, like, I'm definitely going to go on the first night to the Friday evening yard sale. I don't actually have any of the stuff I got there in front of me. I left a bunch of it at home and I meant to bring it with me this morning. But I'll probably show you guys what I got this weekend in another video. But I didn't find a whole lot, just a few items that might be okay, bring me a little bit of money, including some comic books that I am not an expert on comic books by any stretch of the imagination, but they looked like they might be worth picking up, and it was a set your own price yard sale, so they weren't asking a whole lot, and they were happy with the offer that I made for a little pile of comic books and then some clothing. They didn't have much else. Then yesterday, Saturday, the yard sales were pretty sad. I think I picked up 4 items, and most of the sales we went to did not have good stuff. And then at about 10, it started drizzling before 10, but then it really started raining at about 10. And so by 10:30, we kind of packed it in for the day, which is really disappointing. So this week I'm gonna have to go and do some real thrifting, searching for stuff to sell, because that's just not enough to get into the shop for this week. But the good news is that I had 5 sales yesterday on Saturday. Basically, I've been sending offers. I've pretty much, I think, accepted every offer that someone has sent me. So I had 5 sales yesterday. And then I actually, just as I got here and picked up my phone, I saw I sold another item this morning, which is fantastic. But I wanted to go ahead and get the 5 orders from yesterday packed up, because tomorrow I have an appointment, and that way I don't have to do everything I sold over the weekend since Friday afternoon packed up. Tomorrow I have the order I just got that came in now. I can do that one tomorrow, and if I get anything else in later tonight or early Monday, then I can do those ones. I can tackle that then, but I won't have like a huge pile, which, I mean, I love a huge pile of orders to ship out. Just maybe not all at once on a Monday where I already have an appointment where I'll probably be busy for a couple of hours. So it's helpful to do these today. But I'm going to flip you around and show you, first of all, the great news of being in the profit on the Scentsies. Okay, so here's my little pile of sales. Doesn't look like much, right? But this made me so happy. First of all, because you can see I have 2 little piles of Scentsies. I've got these Scooby-Doo ones that sold, and then this set of 3 Mandarin Moons that sold. So with, I believe, this one sold first. This one put me just barely in the profit. And then I'll remind you that I paid $50 for probably over 100 of these 100 of these individual wax melt containers. I had a few boxes of them. And then this one sold. So that one put me solidly in the profit. So now anytime I sell a Scentsy, it is profit and can be reinvested in buying even more things in the future. So that is probably the best news of yesterday of the weekend, is that those are good to go. I'm so happy with those. Then this is a set of measuring cups. I got these ages ago, like last year at an estate sale, and have had, I think I listed them pretty quickly after I got them. So they've been up for a few months. They actually sold once before, but then the person got mad at me that I was not going to be able to ship out day of. I told him I could get it out to them the next day, which was, I think it was a Saturday. I was going to go ahead and pack them up, and they got upset with me and canceled the order, which, you know what? I don't want to have to deal with someone who is that antsy about getting measuring cups. So I'm happy that they sold again. So I'm actually just kind of happy to see these go. They didn't bring me a whole lot of profit because because I think I paid $5 for them and I just accepted an offer for $16. So not the best flip ever, but I'm glad to see them go, and at least they brought me something. Speaking of very little profit, haven't I been talking about focusing on big profit items? But I just sold this bar of soap. You know, I love selling soap. I sold this for $5 because I only had one of these. So yeah, that isn't exactly a $30 bringing up that average sale price, but I got this for free and it's easy to ship. I can throw that into a bubble mailer. I think it's going to nearby, so it should get there fast. Hopefully they'll be happy with that. And I was surprised. I only listed this a couple days ago and it sold really fast. So maybe I could have put it for $6 or $7. I'm not sure. I just thought $5 plus shipping for a bar of soap. And, you know, I make like $3 in profit. But again, that's $3 because I got it just for free. So $3 I can go ahead and put into the budget to buy more soaps to sell in the future. And then finally, I've got a piece of, this is a Faherty overalls. Gonna have trouble getting the whole thing out. So I was trying to just show, yeah, here's the tag. Faherty overalls. I just saw this brand on Carry It Home, I think mentioned it. And then a few other of the clothing resellers that I watch. They mentioned this brand. So I think I saw this for like $4 at a yard sale many moons ago. But I did just list this. This was sort of like my stowed away for when I went full-time thing. So I list this like last week and just accepted an offer on it to get it sold. I'm really happy with that. And clothing can take me a little bit of time to get to them because I gotta lay them out and do all the measurements. The photographing takes a little longer, but I like selling clothes because you find so much of it. And because this will be pretty easy to ship today, I can just throw it in a poly bag and it should be all set. So really happy with those sales today. So yeah, overall good news. I'm trying not to worry too much about the yard sales being poor. I guess if you combine Friday and Saturday, they were not too bad because I picked up, like 10 or 11 items, which on some yard sale days, that could be a pretty good day if they were more valuable items. But these are all things that might sell for 15 if I'm lucky, maybe a little bit more 20. So didn't find any really great stuff this weekend is I think what's most concerning. So focus this next week is going to be on getting out there and finding some good items that bring me in a little bit more profit. But for now, I'm going to get these packed up. And then I do have a few things I can go ahead and list today, put in a little bit of work, but it is Sunday. So I'm not working too hard. I wanted to get a head start on these so tomorrow isn't too packed. And just wanted to share that the happy news of getting some good sales yesterday. I don't think I've had 5 sales in a day in a long time, maybe in a couple of years. It was very rare for me when I was doing this as my side hustle, just because I didn't have the volume of stuff to sell that much a day. But having a Saturday with 5 items sold is fantastic. And then I just sold an item this morning, so hopefully I'll get another sale or 2 this evening to get the week started off well. But I think sales are going well. They're increasing because I've been putting a lot of stuff into the shop, but we got to keep it going. So I will keep you guys posted on how the week is going over this next week, what thrifting I decide to do. I've already seen some estate sales for Friday, but I can't wait that long until next Friday for estate sales that may or may not pan out. So I'm going to have to get to work and find some stuff. All right. I better get these packed up because I would like to go back home and at least read a book set in Ireland since I can't be there right now. Thank you all so much for watching. You all are the best. You are phenomenal. You are so supportive and I appreciate everything. I'll see you next time. Bye. Why do you make me wake up so early?
So that we can go look at other people's trash that they won't throw out.